Welcome to the Len Mattiace Foundation. Originally, I started my foundation in 2000 primarily just to have an annual event to give back to the first tee of North Florida, and boy has it grown. In December of every year, we have an event called the Pro Junior Championship at TPC Sawgrass, and it's really an event like any other. It combines 45 of tour players across all the tours, PGA Tour, Korn Ferry, LPGA, Symetra, and some PGA pros, all coming together with 45 standout junior golfers in the Southeast. And for the juniors, it's really a lifetime experience for them to compete alongside a pro, and they'll never forget the experience, and there's not another event that happens like that.
Len has had such a great, successful golf career, and he probably could have rested on his laurels, but he is truly a hands-on leader.
The First Tee Series events that I host each month actively involved community golfers as well as the First Tee kids playing together.
Having a local pro that goes out of his way to work with our kids, really speaks for itself. Our program is a lot based on coaches and the mentors. The way that Len's gone out of his way to work with all of our kids in the area and raise money for the First Tee has been a valuable thing moving forward.
It's a great way to have the members gain more awareness of what the First Tee of North Florida is doing, all the while playing 9 holes and contributing to the kids' programs.
The ability for us to impact more children comes from our donors and supportive foundations and organizations. Len's been able to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars that have generated more kids from us. I know when I started 10 years ago, we were reaching about 5,000 children in the community here in North Florida. And in 2019, we're going to reach over 140,000.
Each event we raise roughly anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000, and all that over a year's time adds up.
You always want to see your dollars go to good use, and in this foundation that Len does, almost every penny goes towards a purpose for these kids. You see it in the awards the kids get and the scholarships that are given, so I think the impact for the dollars that you give are as good or better in this organization than any I've ever seen in this community.
Every month, my foundation comes up with initiatives under the Stop the Bullying campaign to send to the classrooms for the kids to create different projects.
Someone like Len, it speaks multitudes. Not a lot of people with his platform do stand up and say, hey, bullying is wrong. He saw a need for somebody to get the message out, and he was the one to be the forefront person to speak on it.
It's very prevalent around Jacksonville, and personally for me, I had 2 daughters who grow up in the Jacksonville school system, and they were affected now and again by some heavy type bullying. I had a kind of a position to take where, after the kids went through the school system in junior high and high school, I could look the other way and say, well, they're not involved anymore, in this, so we're going to move on, or I could try and do something about it.
Our regular community institutions like schools and religious organizations, they do a lot, but in my view, unless community leaders come together, marshal the resources of other community leaders together, we can make a huge difference.
And I'll show up firsthand and listen to the kids' projects of what they want to show, and it's really heartfelt. It's not just kind of a, hey, great job and let's move on, because they're actually living this day to day, week to week, and it touches the heart, and it's pretty emotional sometimes.
The students have taken a first-hand approach in seeing what they can do better in their schools as well as in their communities. So we have seen a vast majority of students have a character change.
He gets in with the kids, he cares about the kids, and they receive that message very well. And when you're going to run a program, most of that is the confidence that the kids have to have that you really want to help them. And when you show them that confidence, then they're able to develop their own self-esteem.
I think if you want to support both children in the community here in North Florida, I think the Len Mattiace Foundation is a great foundation to give to. He directly gives that money back into the community.
With the Stop the Bullying campaign, we'd like to have more funding come in. People can donate more to the foundation, because then we can reach more kids that do these projects. So that really hits home that we can kind of recognize more kids, award more kids for their doing good. And we feel like when the kids are doing these projects, then other kids are watching, other kids are listening, other kids want to get involved. So it's a great snowball effect in a positive way.
He's single-handedly, with some other organizations, changing what our community will look like in 10, 15 years.
With our Len Mattiace Foundation, our motto is lend a hand, make a difference. We're making great strides and we'd love for you to be part of it. Go on lenmattiace.com, click on the foundation link for more information.